She didn't knock, she didn't call. She just walked into my backyard, picked up a pair of wire cutters, and snipped the cable line running along my fence like it was nothing. Like she owned my property, like she owned me. I watched it happen from my kitchen window, my coffee mug still in my hand, my jaw somewhere on the floor. She was already walking away, head high, clipboard under her arm, smirking like she'd just won something. What she didn't know, what she couldn't have known, is that cable line wasn't just my internet. It was a federal data relay for a remote work contract I held with a classified defense program. And the moment she cut it, an automated tamper alert fired off to a security operations center in Northern Virginia. 30 minutes later, 2 unmarked black SUVs were parked in front of her house, and I was still in my kitchen, finishing my coffee. My name is Marcus. I'm a 43-year-old network infrastructure contractor. I work from home 3 days a week, and I have for the past 6 years. I read the CC&Rs. I introduced myself to the board, attended the welcome orientation. I paid my dues on time every single quarter. Brenda was the HOA's self-appointed community standards liaison. That's not a real board position, by the way. She walked up while I was collecting my mail and introduced herself by immediately telling me that my mailbox post was 7 inches too close to the curb. She handed me a pre-written violation notice she had apparently already filled out before she walked over. The ink was still wet. My outdoor security camera was surveillance equipment facing a common area, which she claimed required board approval. I submitted a written response citing the specific section numbers. That didn't prohibit cameras. The board dismissed the violation. It's a cable conduit running along the inside of my fence, installed professionally, permitted by the county, and fully documented. Was an unapproved exterior modification. It has tamper detection built into the physical line itself. If the cable is cut, crimped, or physically compromised, an automated alert pings a monitoring system. One attached the county permit. I attached the professional installation documentation. I attached a letter from my employer's facilities team. Then came a Tuesday morning in October. I was at my kitchen table at 7:40 a.m. on a video call. With a colleague in Maryland, I caught movement in my peripheral vision. I turned around. She positioned the cutters around the cable, looked toward the back of the yard like she was checking for witnesses, and cut it clean through. I swear to you, she actually waved at my back window as she left, like she was being neighborly. I opened the app connected to my outdoor security cameras. I rewound the footage, crystal clear. Timestamp, full color, wide angle. I saved the clip to 4 separate locations before I even stood up from the table. At 8:23 a.m., 31 minutes after Brenda cut that cable, my doorbell camera picked up 2 black SUVs with federal plates parking on the street in front of her house. 2 men in suits got out. They walked to her front door. They knocked. Brenda's front door opened, and 20 minutes later, it closed again. I drafted a formal letter to the HOA board that afternoon. Certified mail with a copy to the HOA management company and a copy to a real estate attorney. She had deliberately destroyed permitted, documented infrastructure. That she had been notified in writing was protected under the terms of an active work contract. I included the security camera footage on a USB drive, the cable installation permit, the employer letter, and the certified mail receipts proving prior notification. 4 days later, not 10, for I received a phone call from the HOA board president. He told me that Brenda Sterling had been suspended from all community liaison activities pending a formal board review. The written apology arrived 8 days later. All 11 violations formally dismissed. A board resolution confirming that no community liaison or member may enter a homeowner's private fenced yard without prior written notice and consent. Brenda's self-created position dissolved. Gone. They removed it from the HOA's internal structure entirely. A county code enforcement officer informed me that a complaint had been filed, not by me, regarding the unpermitted removal of permitted infrastructure. 2 weeks after that, I had a new cable run professionally reinstalled. Permitted, documented, same route. The doorbell camera that Brenda once wanted removed captured her car leaving the neighborhood for good about 6 weeks later. The rules were actually my armor. The documentation was my weapon, and I never raised my voice once. Please subscribe to Karen Conflict for more HOA showdowns like this.